Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. You can probably already hear it in my voice. I'm smiling because we're going to get delusional today. What am I talking about? It's been a little while since we've been to the weirdest corner of the internet. And by the way, okay, in case you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. Let's get a little delusional. We haven't been delusional in a little bit, so let's do this. This is a Harry and Meghan fan site, and I was like, should I talk about this? Should I look into this? And I just immediately cracked up and said, yeah, I need to. You will never not convince me that they're trolling her with this being the intro photo. The first photo you see when you click on this site is this photo. You can't tell me that they're not trolling her with this photo. What? These are supposed to be her biggest fans. What's going on here? I'm stuck on this. But we got lots of crazy stuff to look at. It's so interesting to me, the psychology to see, well, Harry and Meghan's continued, whatever craziness, and their fans continue to make excuses for him and be completely, again, delusional. So let's take a look. Starting with this one. You ready? Yeah, me neither. All right. It has to do with previously unseen photos and that Patrick J. Adams. Gosh, that guy's such a simp. Always posting pictures of Meghan. I just find that so completely weird. Do you guys? Because I do. Um, let's take a look at the photos and have some laughs. You probably noticed one from the thumbnail, but starting with this one. Can you imagine? Again, let's just pretend for a second that they're just friends. Can you imagine posing like this on your friend's phone? I just find that so weird. Just the far off pensive look. Look at me. I'm deep. It's so funny to me. It's so weird. It's again, it's a complete obsession with the camera. And think of everything we know with Meghan. How hard was it for her not to look directly at the camera, but to make this face? She really thought she was doing something here, and I'm finding it. I don't know. This one really cracks me up. I just can't imagine again. A friend's trying to take my photo, and this is how I pose. Far off look. Just wait till I go on camera. This is how I'm going to look at the camera. Far off look. Very pensive. Very deep thinker. What's happening? And again, what's with Patrick J. Adams and all these photos? It's so weird. And here's another one. Who's taking this photo? Who knows? But it's for Patrick J. Adams. I really find it so odd that he simped so hard for her, but what's the scroll too far? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Scroll too far into Patrick J. Adams' photo. I don't know. Maybe it's for his wife, so that way she doesn't scroll back into these old photos. I couldn't tell you. I just find this so odd. But yeah, their fans are eating it up, so there's that. Oh, great photo. What am I looking at? What is this? Oh, I know. It's the near catastrophic car chase. Maybe that's what it is. Again, just not knowing anything about this and just looking at it. My first thought is, have you ever seen anybody more into themselves? Because I haven't. Again, that far off look, and this time she's directly down the camera, but like, who's taking this photo? I'm guessing Patrick again, but or is that him in the background? I don't care. Who's taking this photo? What's happening? And like, I just can't imagine the natural inclination not to be to smile for the camera. Again, especially the way we've seen her eye blanket over and over and smile. I just, the rictus grin, but not here. Just look at me. I'm a legal professional. What's happening? And this is totally how I stand constantly, arched back, boobs out. How you doing? Like, I just, the posture. It's the posture for me. I don't know. I'm just getting a kick out of these. What's happening? Again, Patrick J. Adams. Wow. Okay. This one gave me a laugh because it so doesn't look like, oh, my voice cracked there. It so doesn't look like Meghan. It actually looks like somebody who vaguely looks like Meghan that's trying to say, look, I'm a Meghan, whatever it is, imposter, whatever. Yeah, this was many faces ago, but very close to the camera again. Oh, we're back to sexy. Uh-oh, what's Patrick J. Adams doing? It's the middle of the night. I need to take a walk with my friend. And make this face. Okay, let's do that. Okay, there's only a couple left. We're going to get through these, but I'm just laughing. I'm sitting here thinking, like, my closest friend in the world. We have been friends, I don't know, 25 years? Oh, shoot, it's been longer than that. Like 30 years? okay, I don't think I have this many photos of her on my phone. And if I do, we're like smiling together. It's not just me taking a picture of her while she's on the toilet, which is what appears to be happening here. I call this the confused toilet. I mean, is this the poopery ad? I'm not sure. Okay. Now let's talk about the delusion. The delusion is real with these guys. The Meghan's mediocre mafia. This is where they congregate. This is the thing. Okay. Come on, Jen. You got this. These are the things that they're saying about Meghan. Ready? She had this enviable aura of just peace, inner joy, and contentment. Is that what you guys are getting from the photos? Am I looking at different photos? That's not what it looked like to me. It looked like she needed the toilet. I don't understand what they're saying versus what I'm saying. She had her dogs, the Tig, great friends and a career, great fans, and fantastic wardrobe. What are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Because clearly it's not Meghan. The years on that island, guys, they're calling England that island. All right. We're so brutal and hurtful. Oh yeah, she's always a victim. Poor thing. Had her multi-million-dollar wedding and everything else completely paid for. I mean, on and on and on. Every whim taken care of. What Meghan wants, Meghan gets. But it's brutal for her. Poor thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? Okay, we're going to talk about this. You know who it's brutal for? The people that are still locked under NDAs. I want to hear what they have to say. I say it all the time. If you have nothing to hide, why not let them out, right? I'm talking about the people that worked with / for Meghan in the past. I want to know what they have to say. I want to know about brutal because I feel like Meghan has no idea the concept of brutal. Those people those people know brutal. I want to hear what they have to say. And then this person says, absolutely. I think the time in the UK changed her. Okay. Since they're missing what's right in front of their faces, I'll spell it out for them. It did. She got worse. I don't think she became, I think she already was a monster. And it just seemed to get so much worse. She had everything at her fingertips and not just her, both of them. You know, what bugs me was just her. Both of them. Everything at their fingertips, everything they could ever want. The good that they're pretending to want to do, they could have done. We've been over it, but I'm saying it's just crazy to me to see how much her fans spin it. But again, where are they learning that from? Directly from the source. This is what Meghan and Harry do. Nothing is their fault. Everything is the work of everybody else. They can't learn from anything. They won't learn from anything. They won't grow. They'll just continue to be the same people that they are. And it's just wild to me to see it. I don't know why I'm so taken back, but I am. To see it in print like this. Like, oh, it changed her. Oh, poor thing. No, she already was a monster, but she became more of a monster, and people were able to see that. So that's the only thing that changed. Let's talk the other one. I can't go back over this. This is that time climate thing. Just the absolute laughable time giving doofus any kind of possibly, potentially, maybe bought and paid for award for climate change. Knowing what we know about those two and the private jets and the envoys and all that stuff is so crazy. But here we are. All right. It's a clown world. We're just living in it. Hey, taking a page quite literally out of Harry's book, Spare. Let's blame William. Why? You can't make sense of it. Who knows? But they are. Kind of embarrassing that William is not mentioned. Hypothetically, if one were, paying for such coverage, they probably wouldn't want to pay, hypothetically, to have William mentioned. Would that ever occur to the Sugars, the mediocre mafia, the lemon rats? No, it wouldn't. I'm sure William loses sleep over this. This is very embarrassing, I'm sure, for him. I tend to agree. Earthshot has focused too much on random celebrities. Okay, my head's going to explode. Okay, they're trying to say Earthshot is about celebrities, and I would like to remind you all, Earthshot is not about that. Yes, they had a few celebrity hosts, but that's not it. They actually take time and show you the people, competing for the prize and the people in the running for the prize, I should say, and the winners and what the initiatives are. I ask you to name one single Invictus serviceman or woman. You can't, because it's the Harry and Meghan show. Everything's about the crazy entrances and the milkshakes and the oh, my kids are little because they're little. All the nonsense. Let's march in front of service people. Yeah, that's great. In culottes, yeah, let's do that. In flip flops, yeah, definitely. Like, what are we talking about here? Again, just the spin is like nothing I've ever seen and straight out of something that Harry and Meghan do. Further insults toward William when William does something of note. I'm sure the fine people said no one ever at time will take note. Or sorry, we'll take that into consideration. What are we talking about? Again. All right, let's play a game. Which one is prepping to be king? Yeah, that's William. What's Harry up to? Waving at a soccer game? I mean, eyes half open at a soccer game. What's going on? What are we talking about? That guy's so busy suing everybody in court. What is it that he's doing that's so important? It leads me to, the photos we got. Harry, somebody else has to see this, right? You see it, right? All right, I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. You see it, right? Because I see it. Okay. He looks confused. He looks like he got a photo taken on the toilet, and he looks... Something's going on with the microphone. Okay, I'm going to leave it. All right, let's keep going. Hey, Harold, give us a thumbs up if you're going to be in trouble with Meghan for being in front of a crowd and not having her clawing onto you. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. All right, why do people think her image is shredded? Guys, do you want me to take this one? Do you want to take this one? You can do it. Okay, no, I got this. Breathe, Jen, breathe. Okay, why do people think her image is shredded? Could it be her treatment of the royal family, her treatment of Her Majesty the late Queen, or treatment of Catherine, Princess of Wales? Her awful attitude toward those, again, around her in her immediate circle, the abandonment of people in her immediate circle, the treatment of her father. Should I keep going? Because the list can go on and on. That might have something to do with it. The constant lies, the lack of work ethic, just being an awful person. Probably something to do with that. Maybe something to do with throwing around the S words, racist, misogynist, all that stuff, when you don't get your way. Probably. I might be crazy. It might have something to do with that. Just me. You didn't already want to bang your head against the table? Well, this will help that. Here you go. She's the target of a misinformation campaign. What are we talking about? She's the spreader. She's the super spreader of the misinformation campaign. That's their lingo. That's what Harry and Meghan now are on, is calling out this misinformation. Okay. All right, breathe, Jen. Here we go. They call out this supposed misinformation campaign to try to silence critics. So that's what their fans are doing. They're learning from, again, Harry and Meghan. It's what we see over and over. Show me where the misinformation is. The only thing I can point to is Harry and Meghan themselves. And besides, they're putting out most of their own articles, in my opinion, anyway. So if anybody's, sure, they're spreading misinformation about themselves with all the lies and stuff. Again, look no further than the books, the podcast, you know where I'm going with that. And I saw this list, and I do feel like I'm living in bizarro world at this point because, okay, here we go. They're calling out bots, trolls, media illiterate, bullies, blind royal fan. I'm sorry, I'm so tongue-tied because I'm just like, this is crazy because this is everything we know of Harry and Meghan's camp. This is what they do. I will show you some bots. I get bots in my comments. It's just kind of an ongoing thing. If you don't know, if you ever talk about Harry and Meghan, I wouldn't even say criticize, but if you talk about them in a way that they don't like, randomly, and suddenly, both on Twitter and on here, because I've seen people discuss it at length, I've experienced it, you get bots of a adult variety. It is the most bizarre thing. It's like advertising adult websites. It's something I've seen people complain on over and over on Twitter. If you ever criticize Harry and Meghan, if you ever use a hashtag that criticizes Harry and Meghan, suddenly you're inundated with adult ads. It's the most bizarre thing. Almost like there's a bot campaign going on, and it might possibly, potentially, allegedly have something to do with their friend Bozo, who runs a bot farm, allegedly. So, yeah, definitely let's spin that around, though, and make them victims and act like bots are coming after them. What are we talking about? Trolls. Again, have you ever seen bigger trolls than Meghan's mediocre mafia? No, you have not. Again, look no further to what has gone on with Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the trolling she has received while going through cancer and receiving the treatment and stuff. It's disgusting. I can't joke about that. But I'm saying it. I don't know why. I feel like I'm the only sane one here. Well, you guys too. But I'm saying together, we're the only sane ones here. The whole rest of the world has gone mad. And these people are trying to say, again, they're the victims of this. It's not that that Harry and Meghan are spreading this stuff around. Okay. I'm sorry. Again, look no further than Catherine. Just use that as the example. Who has gone after who? When's the last time you ever heard Catherine speak up about any of this? You won't do it. She wouldn't do it. But I'm saying you won't hear it. Look at the continued bashing of the royal family. The books. Again, I go back to that Endgame. Things like that, where they literally said something, it's been a while since I read that piece of garbage, but along the lines of Catherine offers nothing more than to be pretty in a dress. That's what people talk about with her. Just disgusting, vile stuff. Belittling, awful, vile stuff. And I'm being more generous than they were, because at least I'm calling her Catherine. They don't have the courtesy to do that. But I'm saying anything like that they can do to try to take down, especially Catherine, they do it. And yet they run to places like this and play victim. Oh, they're such victims, you guys. Poor things. How could they get through it? Oh, wait. They're the ones starting all this. They're the ones going after Catherine. And I'm just using her as an example because it's what we've got right now. But pick any period in time. Well, it usually is about Catherine, but they go after everybody. And then but we're supposed to believe that they're the victims. And I didn't do this on purpose. Didn't realize this was the next slide. Here you go. Being a Meghan supporter is kind of hard. Well, being a person is kind of hard for Harry and Meghan. Being normal people, not being terrible to everybody around them, and using everything as a merching opportunity. Anyway, that's kind of hard. Doing real work, that's hard. It's too hard. All right. I'm getting cynical. I'm going to leave this here. I don't want to be negative. I don't. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to end this on a positive note. Let's look at some sunshine. How about that? Yeah, let's do that. And there we go. All is right in the world again. I love a good laugh. I love a good sense of humor. This restores my faith in humanity. It's just a good, like when you can't help it, you throw your head back, you laugh like that. That's so much fun. So here you go. Let's look at that. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate this. I just had to take us down this delusional rabbit hole and yell into a mic for 20 minutes. So thank you for sticking with me for that. Again, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Your support means so much to me. Your kind comments mean so much to me. Everything. You all mean so much to me. I appreciate you so much. You know how to further support. If you want to further support, check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Check out my merch. We got the, everything's fine through gritted teeth goose stuff. So check that out. You guys are lovely. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to bring you, well, not more stuff like this, but more stuff very soon. Hope you have the best day. I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.